Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Call of Duty 4. I can't believe I messed up here, man. I had no idea until it was far too late, but yesterday was actually the 18th anniversary of this game coming out, and if that doesn't make your back, your knees, your hips, basically every bone in your body just hurt, then I don't know what else will, man. 18 freaking years since Call of Duty 4 came out, and there's a lot I want to go over here in this video. We got some massive news that came out that's going to shake up not only Infinity Ward, but Call of Duty as a whole. But before we jump into that, I would like to say some words about this game, because if there was not a COD 4, there would not be a NerosCinema. Hell, there would not even be a Call of Duty franchise, probably. I mean, FPS as a genre owes so much to this game coming out, and all of the incredible things that Infinity Ward did back in 2007. This game is like the epitome of simplicity, yet for the time, it added so many amazing features that would eventually become mainstays in future games. This was the first time we ever saw things like Create a Clash, something so basic and simple now. This was the first time we saw it. Attachments and perks and prestige mode and weapon camos, hell, even things like leveling up and challenges were relatively new at the time, and we got to enjoy all those features on some of the most iconic maps in Call of Duty history, hell, FPS history for crying out loud, while using some of the coolest guns ever, man. The MP5, the 74U, the AK-47, the M16, of course, the M4, the A3, the R700 with that blue tiger camo. It looks so freaking amazing. I absolutely love this game. I truly do. I remember being in high school and rushing home to meet my friends online, and we would end up playing Search and Destroy until like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then feeling like complete shit the next day when we had to go back to school because we barely slept. But once we got out of school, we didn't care. Suddenly, we're not tired no more. We're going back to play more COD 4. It was so freaking fun, man. I owe a lot to this game. It truly set the foundation for the Call of Duty franchise. It solidified a lot of my beliefs in what a good Call of Duty game should be. And I think for the rest of the video here, I'm just going to show some old COD 4 footage and maybe some old COD 4 pre-alpha footage from when it was early in development. So sit back, relax, and enjoy while we go over the big news of the day. Grand Theft Auto 6 has been delayed yet again. I know that's not necessarily Call of Duty news, but believe me, it's some pretty damn big COD news. The new release is set for November 19th, 2026. It was originally delayed until May. Well, now it's coming out in November, and a little-known game called Modern Warfare 4 is set to come out around the exact same time. And if they follow the Black Ops 7 release schedule, it's set to release the exact same week as GTA 6, and obviously, that has Activision shit in their pants, man. It truly does. Like, pretty much everybody knew that GTA was going to be the biggest gaming launch in the history of the industry. Like, you'd be a fool not to think that, right? But for a lot of studios, they were just happy about Rockstar's initial plans. Rockstar pushing the game to May meant it would be like 5 months after the big fourth quarter releases, things like Battlefield and Black Ops 7 and everything. And it was also going to be 5 months before all of next year's games, right? It was going to be like that perfect little center ground, and most big games release between October and December. There are some exceptions, of course, but the thing is, they want to cash in on the busiest time of the year. Black Friday and Christmas obviously are huge. People are spending money like crazy. Even advertisers are spending money like crazy. If you guys didn't know, content creators make more money in the fourth quarter than any other quarter, and that's because of all the holidays and the big releases and everything else just kind of driving up advertising prices, right? It's the busiest time of the year. When GTA was coming out in May, everything was fine, there was enough time after all the other games came out and enough time before the next year's games came out that it wasn't going to completely destroy every other game and every other franchise out there. But now it's set for November 19th, the freaking fourth quarter, man. It's going to be right there competing directly with every game in 2026, including Modern Warfare 4. And I've got to be the one to ask, what in the hell is Activision going to do? What is Infinity Ward going to do about this? Like right now, there's a lot of speculation. It's very early on. The news just came out today, but I think it's pretty clear that they can't just go like the status quo and just hope for the best when competing against GTA 6. It just is not going to work. They're struggling enough with Battlefield 6. Imagine what's going to happen against something like Grand Theft Auto. And I think a big determining factor in how they'll proceed is how well Black Ops 7 does, which of course is set to come out in I think 8 days now, something like that. So assuming they want to do something special for Modern Warfare 4 to kind of help it compete, I think they do have a good number of options here. The first one that came to mind for me, and I'm sure for plenty of you guys out there, is since the rumor is Rockstar plans to raise the price of GTA up to $100, they want like premium games to be $100 now instead of $75. GTA is like one of the few games that can maybe warrant that price tag. So if they do end up doing that, I can see a situation where they possibly bundle Modern Warfare 4 with a proper remaster of Modern Warfare 2. I think that would actually work out pretty well. It has been a few years since we've seen those maps back in the newer Modern Warfare 3, and having like a full-on remaster with all the old guns and the old camos, the old kill streaks, the old kill streak system, the nukes, and just adding in extra things like mastery camos and stuff like that, I think it could be really interesting. Of course, I've been talking about MW2 Remastered for freaking ever. I've covered the fan-made projects in Horizon Modern Warfare Warfare. I covered all the leaks back in the day when they were supposedly making Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Then they scrapped it because they thought fans weren't going to like it. And then we just got the campaign. Really made no sense whatsoever. But I do think they could go the Infinite Warfare route and charge more for the game while also bundling it with the remaster. That's something they could potentially do to help soften the blow against GTA. I don't think they're going to beat GTA with that, but a proper remaster of Modern Warfare 2 is something fans have wanted forever. Although I will say, them bringing back all the OG maps and remastering them from Modern Warfare 3 a couple years ago, that definitely took a lot of the wind out of the MW2 remastered sales, so to speak. Alternatively, they could end up delaying Modern Warfare 4, which seems really unlikely because Activision really loves their annual release schedule. But as people are pointing out, we have got the leaks, we have got the rumors, where Sledgehammer Games apparently has been hard at work on COD 2027, which I believe is rumored to be its own individual franchise, not part of Black Ops, not part of Modern Warfare, not part of Call of Duty World War II or Vanguard or nothing like that, like its own new, unique universe, its own separate sub-franchise, right? Apparently they're working on that, and what if they were to push that game out so it comes out this year, so we could take the blow from GTA and then just release Modern Warfare the next year, give it more time, give it more development, and kind of like let the Modern Warfare name shine as its own release in 2027 when it's not competing with something like Battlefield or GTA or something like that. I don't see them doing that, but I'm seeing a lot of speculation online in regards to that, so I figured I would mention it. It's an interesting theory for sure. That's all we have right now are theories. And speaking of that, what about zombies? Like perhaps a new Modern Warfare zombies that's like on the same level as Black Ops zombies with Treyarch at the helm? That could be good, but given their track record of Treyarch doing zombies in non-Black Ops games, it hasn't worked out, man. Modern Warfare Zombies was not very good, all things considered. It was okay to start, like it was a breath of fresh air, but then it got pretty stale pretty quickly. And then we have Vanguard Zombies, which honestly, I want to erase that from my memory. I don't want to think about Vanguard Zombies. It was really freaking terrible until they eventually made one round-based map. But even then, it was freaking Shinonuma, which came out in 2008, you know, just, it was a dumpster fire. It was a train wreck. It was awful. It was horrendous. The only time Treyarch does good zombies is in their own Black Ops games. I'm just saying it's a possibility. They could try to have the different studios collaborate a little bit more with Modern Warfare 4 to help it compete just a little bit, although honestly, I don't really see that moving the needle too much. I also suppose some other alternatives. They could try going free to play, though again, I don't really see them doing that. They could try releasing earlier, maybe in September or something like that, which would mean that the biggest year of content ever, which is what they're marketing for Black Ops 7 right now, the biggest post-launch content year freaking ever, I suppose that would have to be cut short if they were releasing Modern Warfare 4 early. Just, I don't know, man. Again, it's all speculation. There are tons of options out there, but I truly do not, in my heart of hearts, see them just throwing out Modern Warfare 4 as planned and just hoping for the best against what's objectively going to be the biggest video game release in the history of the world. Like, I feel like I'm being a rockstar hype beast right now, but you guys have to understand where I'm coming from. I don't even play GTA, man. I played GTA 5 a little bit when it first came out in 2013 on the Xbox 360. That was it. I'm not really a GTA guy, but let's be realistic here. Let's be objective here. Even if you don't play the game, you have to acknowledge how insanely popular that series is. 12 years later, GTA 5 is still a top 5 game on Xbox and PlayStation right now. It's insane. The RP community on PC is crazy as well. The launch of GTA 6 is going to break every record in the book. It's going to be unlike anything the industry has ever seen. So, poor old Infinity Ward, man. Poor Infinity Ward. I picture like Joe Cecot sitting there oiling up the doors at the office, just ready to roll out, sign in for another day of work and get working on Modern Warfare 4. And now suddenly, all their plans probably internally are shifting right now. They're going to have to do something extra special to try to compete with something like GTA. And I talked about it earlier, but I think a big part of this will be how well Black Ops 7 actually does. If the game truly is amazing, if they stick to their word and they keep skill-based matchmaking out of the game throughout the entire year, and if the post-launch content is as insane as what they're marketing, that would help out a lot when it comes to Modern Warfare 4 releasing after it. Another aspect of this situation that's interesting to me, and I'm sure you guys have all heard it as well, is Infinity Ward as a studio, right? A lot of people believe, myself included, that originally they planned to make all these positive changes for Black Ops 7 solely because they were competing with Battlefield 6, but then when it came time for Infinity Ward to come out, when it came time for Modern Warfare 4, Infinity Ward was just going to go back on everything, right? And that's not just me trying to be a hater, by the way. Just look at the track record. Like, when it comes to making horrible decisions, Infinity Ward's like in the Hall of Fame, man. They're like in a league of their own. They were the ones who sold Activision on the idea of skill-based matchmaking. They were the ones who added doors to multiplayer. They're the ones that broke the minimap. Hell, they were going to release Modern Warfare 2019 with no minimap whatsoever. They got rid of Dead Silence. They made the safe space map design. They were the ones who made time to kill super fast to help bad players get kills they otherwise wouldn't. And those are not my words, by the way. Those are the words from the developers. They made the time to kill the way that it was so that bad players would get kills that they don't deserve. The list goes on and on. Infinity Ward, as a studio, absolutely loves making terrible decisions. So I think it's entirely fair for fans to have been worried that after all the positive changes for Black Ops 7, that Infinity Ward was just going to revert all of them. But now that they're competing head to head with GTA 6, I feel like they're going to have to swallow their pride and keep the positive changes coming. Like, a lot of their plans, I'm sure, are shifting after today's news. This certainly did shake things up quite a bit, but we are talking about something that's still happening in 1 year's time. But right now, we have Battlefield 6, which is off to an amazing start, and we have Black Ops 7 basically 1 week away, especially if you consider in the New Zealand trick. So the war is on, man. The war is freaking on, and what a crazy time it's going to be for not only Call of Duty, but gaming as a whole. And as always, I'll be here with you guys every step of the way, but for right now, I reckon it's time to wrap up this video. I hope you all enjoyed the old Call of Duty 4 footage. Leave your thoughts and feedback on all of today's news down there in the comments. Be sure to sub to the channel if you're new around here. And one more thing, if COD 4 turning 18 years old did not make you feel old, well, Black Ops 3 just turned 10 years old today. Yeah, it's really been that long. We are all getting that old. We are all turning to dust. And on that note, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for listening. And until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.